Hi, I'm Conneaut YouTube channel volunteer Martha Sorohan, bringing you Conneaut's hometown happenings for the week starting June 4th, 2026. The Union Pacific's Big Boy, number 4014, the world's largest operating steam locomotive, will be arriving and staying overnight in Conneaut on June 8th as it makes its way across the country in celebration of the nation's 250th birthday. Arrival is slated for around 5 p.m. and it will head toward Buffalo the following day. It is scheduled to head back to Ohio, stopping in Struthers outside of Youngstown at 11:30 a.m. Friday, June 12th. It then heads to Philadelphia for a big East Coast celebration on July 4th and 5th. No one will be allowed to board the train, but they may take pictures. If you're not in Conneaut at that time, the train will be using the Norfolk Southern tracks in and around the Cleveland area en route to Ashtabula all day on June 8th. And the old adage, what goes up must come down, is coming true as city residents watch the demolition of the old St. Mary Church at State and Chestnut Streets, which began last week, and the demolition should be complete by the end of the month. The demolition means the city is losing another iconic landmark. This one was the city's as well as the county's oldest Roman Catholic churches, dating to 1888. The end of the line for the building began with the 2008 merger of St. Mary with St. Francis Cabrini to form Corpus Christi Parish. The building was formally closed by the Catholic Diocese of Youngstown in February of 2023 due to dwindling parish membership and finances. In early 2025, the half-acre property was on the market for $250,000 but had no takers. Demolition is one of 3 Ashtabula County properties being funded by the Ohio Department of Development's $230,000 grant this year. Conneaut High School class of 2026 tossed their caps into the air last Saturday afternoon, May 30th, as a sign of the completion of their high school education. Commencement took place at New Leaf Event Center. Class speakers included valedictorian Abby Brecht, salutatorian Ramey Phil, and high school intervention specialist Carrie McKinley, who offered graduates 26 lessons, one for each letter of the alphabet. The rest of the students at Conneaut schools are now enjoying their first days of summer vacation, as are staff members. And following a June 1st work session, Conneaut City Council will meet in regular session at 6 p.m. Monday, June 8th. But in other news from its May 26th meeting, the city manager told council that Graphite One plans to build a plant at the old PNC Dock Company on Canadian national property. That means that the company will be investing about $4 billion for the facility that could bring in 160 jobs at various skill levels. However, before that happens, Mr. Sanford said Graphite One is doing a due diligence over a 90-day period to make sure everything will be a go. The PNC Dock has been idle for about a decade. Mr. Sanford said the company could also expand by third quarter 2028, depending on many factors, including infrastructure demands. He said that with this development, the state and federal agencies may be re-engaged to improve direct access to the port, including from Thompson Road, which had been cut off from the port when U.S. Steel had announced decades ago that it would be building a steel plant on that property along Route 20. Mr. Sanford said that if Graphite One lands in Conneaut, it would provide a regional opportunity which may involve Kent State Ashtabula and ATEC helping to meet workforce needs. City Council also passed ordinances on May 26 that permanently permit the closing of certain long-standing parade routes each year, so the council does not have to approve street closings annually for the Homecoming Parade, Memorial Day, and Veterans Day parades. Council also approved a $409,000 street paving contract with Geauga Highway Department with the work completion date of July 31st. Road base work will be done on Wrights, Pearl, Jackson, with Mill and Fill on Old Mill and Gateway Avenue. Mr. Sanford said the contractors are committed to meeting the scheduled demands. He also reported concerns of merchants along Park and Day Streets in Port Conneaut due to infrastructure improvements that are coming that could impact summer business. Mr. Sanford said that the city has heard the merchants' concerns, and Ohio Public Works Commission that is funding the work has agreed to extend the funding deadline to January to accommodate those concerns. They will not start the work until after Labor Day, which falls on September 7th this year. City Council presented the City Employee of the Month Award to Abigail Volpe, Conneaut Police Department dispatcher. Abigail has been with the department since 2021, starting as a part-time communications officer, and she was promoted to full-time in 2024. She is called a tremendous asset, one who brings energy, creativity, and forward-thinking ideas to the police department. They also said that she is calm under pressure. Spring cleanup the last weekend in May was very successful in helping residents get rid of unwanted tires and other items. The city said it was the best used cleanup since it started in 2024. The event brought in 1,100 tires and filled nearly 14 dumpsters. In school news, Conneaut City Council on May 26th presented Spartan of the Month Award for May to Jensen Tempo, described as a bright young man with exceptional work ethic who was on the school track team. Council also recognized the June Spartan of the Month, Jonathan Carpenter. He was described as a stellar student who maintains great grades, is always prepared, overcomes challenges, and is active in choir and theater. The Lions Club 2026 Safety Town gets underway the weeks of June 8th and June 15th for students entering kindergarten in the fall. The Lions Club in Conneaut has organized and run Safety Town for decades, setting up a miniature Conneaut in the parking lot of Lakeshore Primary School. Graduation for both weeks of Safety Town will take place on Saturday, June 20th. High school volunteers are a key part of Safety Town's success. And Conneaut Township Park now has a new MOBA chair, a wheelchair designed to be pulled over sand, and it will even float in the water. The chair is kept in a kiosk next to the concession stand and may be used once paperwork is filled out at the concession stand. The only potential drawback is that the chair may be used only during the hours when the concession stand is open. It is believed to be the first in the region outside of Cleveland. The purchase of the chair was funded in part through a grant from the Ashtabula County Board of Developmental Disabilities, which earlier helped fund special mats to help disabled beach visitors navigate the sand. Township Park Board member Michael Smith said if demand warrants, an additional chair may be purchased. In county news, the Ashtabula County Commissioners will host a coffee talk with commissioners at 10 a.m. Thursday, June 11th at Conneaut Public Library at 304 Buffalo Street. Commissioners J.P. Ducrow, Catherine Whittington, and Casey Kozlowski are hosting coffee talks to discuss what's happening at the county level and hear what constituents have to say. A question and answer session is part of the program, and all are welcome. The annual MS 150-mile two-day bike ride fundraiser, sponsored by the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, will terminate in Conneaut at Township Park on Sunday, June 14th. The ride itself begins on Saturday, June 13th at Moraine State Park in Pennsylvania. Cyclists who choose the two-day option overnight at Thiel College in Greenville, Pennsylvania. All residents are invited to Township Park's lower pavilion for a welcome party that starts around 10 a.m. on June 14th and usually runs until about 2 when the last rider arrives in town. In library news, it's time to sign up for the summer reading program at Conneaut Public Library. The reading program runs from Monday, June 15th through July 24th. Kids who read at least 20 hours will be eligible for a gift card and other prizes. Sign-ups are underway. Kingsville Public Library is hosting an elementary book club from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. Tuesdays, June 9th to July 28th in the children's room for kids in kindergarten through 5th grade. Kingsville Public Library is starting a BYOB, or Bring Your Own Book Club. It meets at 4:30 p.m. Thursday, June 18th. The library's next Food for Thought hands-on meal prep class for adults 21 and up is 1 p.m. Thursday, June 9th, featuring pasta salad. Registration is required for all programs. Kingsville Public Library is also hosting an Introduction to Computers class, 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. Monday, June 8th, for all levels of beginners. The Conneaut Arts Center Summer Arts Camp offers 2 one-week sessions, the weeks of June 15th and June 22nd, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. for kids entering kindergarten through 6th grade. All facets of the arts are explored: crafts, theater, arts, dance, drawing, and games. Each week ends with a talent show. Check out the Facebook page for details. Conneaut Arts Center's summer dance classes in Point, Pre-Point, and Techniques start Tuesday, June 9th. They are held Tuesdays and Thursdays through July 30th. You may register on the Conneaut Arts Center's website. And the Conneaut Arts Center is offering Art in the Park from 10 a.m. to noon Thursdays in June and July at Township Park. Drop in for make and take projects. There's no cost, and supplies are provided. In other events, the Lighthouse Cruisers weekly cruise-ins are underway Thursdays, 5 to 8 p.m. at Township Park through September. Everyone is welcome. The Lakeside Society for the Performing Arts ends its season at 7 p.m. Saturday, June 6th, at the Ashtabula Arts Center, 2928 West 13th Street. They are offering a free concert, Symphony of the Screens, featuring music exclusively for film, video game, and anime under the direction of Andrew Perkins. Lake Point Rehabilitation at 22 Parish Road is hosting a fundraising spaghetti lunch, 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Saturday, June 7th, just $8 at the door. Conneaut Firefighters Local 651 is hosting a golf outing on June 14th at Village Green Golf Course. Find details on their Facebook page. And the Ashtabula Arts Center opens the 2026 season of the Outdoor Straw Hat Theater with Mean Girls. All shows are 7:30 p.m. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, the weekends of June 12th, 19th, and 26th. Good Shepherd Lutheran Church at Grove Street and Lake Road distributes free bag lunches Saturdays under the West Portico from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Bingo is offered Tuesdays, 6 p.m. at the Conneaut Human Resources Center on Mill Street. And this week's last but not least, the South Ridge Road Bridge in Kingsville Township opened as of May 29th, so no more detours. That's the news this week from Ohio's Sharpest Corner. Until next week, I'm Conneaut YouTube television volunteer Martha Sorohan saying so long.